So, okay, let's keep moving on. Any plans to publish a schema-based model composition workbook slash textbook or a collection of analyzed pieces?
Oh, wow. No, I hadn't thought of that. It's an interesting idea. Um, Maybe the latter, the collection of analyzed pieces, that might be of use. It's just something I could post, I suppose.
Hmm.
Uh, I mean, I'm thankful to the music publishing industry and the book publishing industry. They've done a lot for me, but um, I do think a lot of this material, if it comes out in a $150 edition, uh, is not widely available. You know, so I think there's something to be said for just releasing these things. You know, of course, it's easy for me to say I'm beyond tenure and things like that, and for younger scholars that need things for a resume, I understand that some things have to be published.
Can I ask
But
do you have a plan for another book in the future?
no, I don't. I tend to think that you might say music theorists are a little bit like mathematicians. They tend to do their best work before their 30s. And I might be a little bit beyond that. So I'm not sure if I have another book in me, but something like that would not be too much heavy lifting, I suppose. I didn't know there was an interest in it.
Well, for me, why don't you do a late romantic schema based book? That would be insane.
That would be interesting. I don't know if I'm up to it though. I mean, it takes a
You know,
very
you're so good at that style of music. You know, you really know, like people know you for the 18th century. They really know you for that. But of course, you child composers. We talk about the Paris Conservatory, of course. But I mean, you need to do maybe a romantic music in the Galant style, if that makes sense. Music in the romantic style.
well, maybe. I mean, I think if you look on partimenti.org, especially under harmony, there is a ton of material that is interesting to me, anyway. Um, let's see what we got here. Well, Maté, these are fabulous realizations of 18th century material. But then, like the lessons of Aimé Le Borgne, I came across that. There's a recent book by Michael Masci on the early days of the Paris Conservatory. Anyway, Le Borgne's work here, what I've done is uh, basically annotated the original manuscript
Hmm.
because the manuscript itself really tells you what you need. It starts out with some rudiments, and then in 3 parts, and later in 4 parts, or 3 or 4 parts, you'll see his 3 times a week lessons for an entire year at the Paris Conservatory.
Hmm.
And it's just fascinating to see what he was doing. It's very, very Italian stuff. I mean, if you look at the base on that page, or just
Oh,
go
sorry,
back.
sorry.
No, that's fine. The
Maybe
previous
the
page.
lesson one or lesson two?
Well, it doesn't matter. If you look
Okay.
at, I don't know, can you zoom in on the bottom of that?
Oh, sure, yeah. Yeah. The bottom.
Yeah, you see it's a up a fourth, down a fifth, that kind of thing. Then uh, let's see. Then it's up a fourth, down a third, up a fourth, down a third. So you see, they're ringing the changes of the Italian movimenti, of the Italian bass motions. And that's not surprising because, uh, well, let's see, if you go to the explaining part before the manuscript starts, it'll say who Laborne's teachers were. No,
Oh,
a little.
yeah, I think here.
Yeah.
I think one more. Yeah.
Yes, he studied with harmony with Dulin and Cherubini. Um,
Naples trained Sacchini.
yes, that it. There it is. Yeah,
Durante's favorite student.
Was he? Oh, okay.
Well, he liked him.
No, I bet you're right. And of course, Sacchini was the pet of Marie Antoinette.
Oh, okay.
So when they were setting up the Paris Conservatory, Paisiello and Sacchini were crucial. So, the French might not look at it quite this way, but half of the forces putting together the Paris Conservatory were Italian.
Right.
So anyway, that's a very interesting collection to see day by day somebody going through the harmony course at the Paris Conservatory in the early 19th century.
So to answer the question, no plans for a book, but people should definitely check out partimenti.org.
Yeah, there's a ton of stuff there. These harmony books from mid-century, like Savard, Bazin, Ribert, and then the things from the end of the century, Le Nepville, Lavignac. The Lavignac exercises are there both realized and unrealized. Right. So let's see. I think I sent you.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I sent you some Lavignac. That might be interested. People find it interesting. It's number 41 from the first book. There we go. So I think it's worth saying that this is from the first book of 3. So there's almost 300 of these things. This is number 40. So this is on the simple side. This is a collection from 1896 that includes examples for students, but then also at the end reproduces things from all the advanced teachers of the time, including Gabriel Fauré, which very interesting stuff. So, listen to this. This is a basse donnée, the BD on the bass line. That means the bass is given and you have to figure out how to add the other 3 parts. So this is Lavignac's personal realization. So we have. Sorry, it's a little slow. Okay, so it's chromatic harmony. And when we get done at the bottom, we have a kind of obbligato. Then we see this is 1896, but the response are the same as it would have been a century before, 151. Printer. Now the bass goes, it could be a Romanesca. but this is late 19th century Paris Conservatory, and so it goes. It's chromatic. But the stuff from earlier, from Italy still works. So can you see where it says allegretto? I don't know if that's on your version.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen.
Oh wait, maybe I have the wrong one. Let's see. Is that the second one? Oh no.
Oh, I may have left it off. It's okay. It's just the point was that this Fenaroli kind of pattern. So that kind of thing goes on. And then I think the one I did get you, in the middle of the page, it has descending thirds and ascending steps.
I think I found it. Yep.
Yeah, so, down a third, up a step. And altogether, it's got the full complement that you did in the 18th century. So all those skills from, the time of Mozart are still here, but added on to that is a much more complex repertory of new schemas or,
Fantastic.
variations of them.
Fantastic.